There once was a man named Mike the Bike Dasher. Always had something corny to blather. Made up new words with the word corn in them. Ate corn for breakfast, lunch and supper him. Corntastic mornings to start his day. Corn begins to lunch in a bright array. Corntacular dinner, what more to say? Living his corn life in a golden ray. Cornflakes and popcorn, a crispy delight. Cornbread and corn dogs, all day and night. Corn was his motto, his life's sweet joy. A quirky corn man, never coy. Corntastic mornings to start his day. Corn begins to lunch in a bright array. Corntacular dinner, what more to say? Living his corn life in a golden ray. Found some corn syrup in his coffee cup. Corn on the cob when the sun's coming up. Corn chips for snacks in the midday burst. The corny life was his greatest thirst. Corntastic mornings to start his day. Corn begins a lunch in a bright array. Corntacular dinner, what more to say? Living his corn life in a golden ray. In a golden ray.
Alright, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Apparently I had no sound. That's interesting. Alright. So, type 1 in the chat, or put a corn cob in the chat if you guys can hear me now. If you can hear me, put a corn cob in the chat. Man, it's always something. I see you back there, Lucy. Alright. Seeing some corn cobs. Alright, good. Okay. Alright, anyway. Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy. It's been a manic Monday so far, but not entirely in a bad way. I've actually been doing halfway decent with work, which is good. That's great. That is heckin' dope. Because if you guys want to continue seeing more content on this channel, more content on this channel, I mean, your boy's got to be financially stable as well. So that does mean me having to move some things around, you know, whether it be time slots for certain things or what have you, but we'll get into all that. You could probably see a curly tail to my right. That's Lucy. So for anyone that doesn't know, the little Shar-Pei that you've been seeing in the background, her name is Lucy. I'm her unkie. I love her very, very much. I've basically been in her life pretty much her entire life, except for like maybe the first few months. Because my landlord was, for anyone that doesn't know too, I live with my landlord. So it's pretty much the three of us, me, my landlord, and Lucy the Shar-Pei. We all live together. She adopted Lucy when she was only a few months old, I think, something like that. And that was only a few months after I moved in here with my landlord. And yeah, Lucy's just been in our lives ever since. And she is quite the bundle of joy. Absolutely love her to pieces. And this current week, so basically from yesterday till next Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, by the way, I'm going to be babysitting the little squirt while doing my usual thing. So, there's that. But in the meantime, let me catch up with the chat, see how everybody's doing today. So, we got our buddy Eric. What's going on, Eric? Glad to have you, as always. And for anyone that doesn't know by now, I'm sure a lot of you guys know by now. But for anyone that doesn't know by now, my buddy Eric is the one that has provided the song in the intro. And that song is heckin' dope. Heckin' dope indeed. So if you guys want to check out my buddy Eric's channel, pop in, say henwo, tell him I sent you. Check the link in the chat. Anybody that has a wrench can also type in the commands, and I'm sure some of you guys have them memorized by now. At least some of them anyway. So feel free to go visit my buddy Eric. Tell him I sent ya, and say henwo. And we got B in the chat as well. What's going on, B? Always a pleasure to have you. B sent me a cup of coffee on the way to go, and here it is. Wow, look at that. Magical cup of coffee. So thank you very much, B. Always appreciate it. Let me pull up my roster sheet real quick, because I like to keep track of everyone that tunes into my live streams, so I give them all a shout out towards the end. And I'll try to write it in order. That way I don't miss anyone. And let's see, no problem, Mike will be here. Oh yeah, that was when I was running a little late. And B got me she got me a rose. Thank you, B. Definitely appreciate that. And hope you are enjoying some beans. And Corey's in the chat too. What's going on, Corey? Glad to have you. Glad to have you indeed. And afraid it's too late for coffee. Better luck next time. And Valerie's in the chat. What's going on, Valerie? Glad to have you. Glad to have you indeed. And there's Abe. What's going on, Abe, aka Hubby? How you doing today? And while you're at it, go check out Valerie's channel and go check out Hubby's channel. Go subscribe, ring that Taco Bell, click their videos, tell them I sent you, and say henwo. And love the song? Yes. And there we go. Looks like B typed in Eric before I did. Nice. Nice indeed. And we got First Generation Farmer in the chat. What's going on, Farmer? How are you today? How's the weather over by you? Is it still heckin' cold, or is it getting a little warmer? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. And Justin's in the chat too. What's going on, Justin? Glad to have you. How's your morning going as well? Pretty blanky. And we got puppy emojis. Yep. Lucy the Shar-Pei. And we got Isadora? I think I'm butchering that. Let's type in something real quick. How do you pronounce that?
File your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't use us last year. Just
not
file
TurboTax, but
okay. Isadora.
Okay, I had it right. Isadora. What's going on, Isadora? Now that I have pronounced your name correctly, feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. And we got Terry. What's going on, Terry? How you doing today, Terry? Glad to have you as always. Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. And what have you got on your agenda for today? And Corey says, love the drum kit. Thank you. Thank you indeed. And we got Deb in the chat too. What's going on, Deb? How are you today? You gonna be live streaming? Or maybe you are live streaming? I don't know. I know there's a decent amount of people live streaming right now. And that is okay. And what do we got? What do we got? Oh, there's my buddy Ulf. What's going on, Ulf? How you doing today? Did you hit up the gym? Did you send me some stuff on Messenger? I haven't opened up my Facebook app. Well, I actually don't even have Facebook on my phone, but you got Messenger. I'll have to check out anything that you might have sent me at some point. Maybe I'll check it out on stream. And we got Mary. What's going on, Mary? I know you guys are used to me live streaming in the mornings, but I'll have to do some workarounds because of, you know, the babysitting, plus the fact that mornings are actually a pretty decent time for me to work right now. Although I do have ways around that, and I'll get more into that a little later on. And let's see. Abe said, Mike, I didn't see your live stream for almost a week. Good seeing you. Yeah, I noticed. I haven't really seen you. Glad to have you though. I took Thursday off, last Thursday off. Kinda had to do that. Because I was working that morning. I'll get into that as well. But let me do a little more catch up. Let's see. Mike, you're at... Oh, okay. Oh, you're at 215 now. Wow, way to go, Valerie. That's heckin' dope. Yeah, let's get Valerie to 300 subs. Let me, let's see, where's... Yeah, here we are. Let's get Valerie to 300 subscribers. Man, your channel's popping off like corn kernels. Way to go, man. Very happy for you. So now that has been updated to 300 subscribers. That's heckin' dope indeed. Nice, Val, you're killing it. Yeah, she's killing it. She's doing great. And Isadora said, I said it right. Nice. And there was a question that Isadora asked me. So you aren't single? No, I am single. Platonic relationship with my landlord. I mean, she's like 40 years older than me too, so nah, not into that. She's got her own love life and stuff, so there's that. No, I am single. My landlord... So, I met my landlord from Facebook Marketplace because I was looking for... I already moved to Titusville back in mid-2019. I moved in with a buddy of mine because, you know, we were trying to work on a music project and stuff. It didn't quite work out at the time. The living arrangement, too. Not necessarily because of him, just other things. I'm not getting into that. And I was looking for somewhere else to live without having to leave Titusville altogether. And my landlord that I currently live with now, she had a posting. I visited her, and I liked the house. I liked her personality. I thought she was just very sweet and just cool, right? She's a sweet, cool, very reasonable, supportive person that I've come to know, and I've been living with her ever since. It's been over 5. No, I'm not sexually or romantically attracted to people. I am Arrow Ace. So it's nothing personal. I'm just I'm not romantically or sexually attracted to people. And Mary says, Mike, 246 subs, almost halfway to 500. Yes. And we will get into that a little later too, because I did make a community post about how I did last month. And for anyone that may have missed the community post, we'll visit it. And Susie's in the chat. What's going on, Susie? Glad to have you. Susie Ann, happy Monday from Yuma, Arizona. I see the little cactus. Nice. Ulf said, didn't send a video today. Haven't gotten the incline up to where it was, but getting there. Understandable. Understandable. And looks like everyone's saying hello to each other. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so now I think we're caught up. So, yeah, first things first is why I didn't stream Thursday. I know I made a community post, but for anyone that hasn't gotten the community or hasn't read the community post, by the way, my community post tab, I put pretty much daily updates on there. So if anyone's curious and I'm not live streaming and they have questions, you can always go there first, or wait till the next live stream, or just let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, Thursday. That's right. Last Thursday, I was going to do my Coffee Talky live stream, but when I woke up in the morning, I realized that I dropped 13, right? I dropped 13 orders in the past 30 days from DoorDash, which put my total at 111 because January's been a very slow month for me, let's be honest. The problem is that at that exact time, I was going to drop another 17 orders from my it would have dropped it from 111 to 94. And if I dropped to 94, I would lose platinum for DoorDash. And if I lost platinum with DoorDash, that's no bueno. I need platinum in order for me to schedule hours with a bike and to be able to dash now. Those are a lot more important for me in my market than maybe some other people. So I needed to really just do that last minute crunch time, and I decided to work during that time that I would have otherwise streamed. Plus, that was my brother's birthday. His birthday was that same day as well. So I didn't want to cut into my time to hang out with him and then take my mom to her sonogram the next day, because that's what I wound up doing afterwards. So I got out as early as I could. It was before 9 o'clock. I spent a couple hours out just getting exactly 6 orders, potentially more, in order for that 17 order drop to still have a minimum 100 orders in the past 30 days, which allowed me to keep platinum. And I pulled it off. So I actually did pretty good. And I will show you the community post. That way you guys have an idea what went down. Hi, Lucy. I see you in the background. So we'll switch screens in just a second. Yeah, I responded to Mary's comment. I guess it didn't go through. That's weird. Anyway, let me switch screens real quick. So if I scroll down, let's see, it was right before this one. So here we are. So had to cancel the Thursday live stream from last week, and then I just kind of explained what happened. So I was going to drop by 17 orders, which would put me below 100 for the 30 days and then lose platinum, and then why I need to have platinum for things to go well for me in my area, especially with DoorDash. So then the next update was the next day. After getting exactly 6 orders, I managed to really get that crunch time. So this was the dash that I wound up doing, and it was actually pretty decent. We actually didn't do that bad for a Thursday morning. And actually, I was kind of surprised I was able to do as well as I did Thursday morning, and let alone the morning. So this made me think a little differently about how I want to schedule things moving forward. Because Thursday, that is arguably the worst day in my market for gig work. It is arguably the slowest day of the week in my market. The other contentious day would be Tuesday. Wednesday's actually not that bad, although a lot of people say Wednesday's not very good in their area. But for me, it's definitely Thursday or Tuesday. And we actually did halfway decent. I know these aren't crazy amazing numbers, and you might think, oh, but look at this platinum dasher. He doesn't even make $50 in 2 hours. Wow, that's pathetic. You should go back to a W-2 job. But I actually did pretty good, at least for, my standards anyway. And this was the exact screen right here that showed how many orders I wound up having after the dash. And then the very next day when I dropped down, check it out, I still have 100. And the one good thing too is I had a couple days where I didn't get any DoorDash orders at all. And the reason for that was because of the motor spin out that I had at the very first day of January this year. Which was unfortunate, but it was also kind of a blessing in disguise, I guess. At least when it came to this. So I had a buffer period where this number didn't go down at all for 2 consecutive days, and then it only dropped by 1 the day after. And I've pretty much just been raising my minimum deliveries to make sure that I have enough so I can keep platinum. So I can continue doing okay. And you know what? Okay is about as good as it can get for right now until better days come ahead, which they will. So that was that whole thing for Thursday. And that's a spam caller. But I digress on that one. So, but yeah, as you can see, I update like daily, sometimes more than once per day in my community tab. So always check my community tab if you guys are uncertain about things and I don't happen to be live at that given point. So definitely check that out. And there was another thing that I was going to look into. We got a buddy Yuka in the chat. What's going on, Yuka? Glad to have you. Let me switch screens real quick. Get away from the pornographic imagery. So I'll put Yuka on here. And let's keep up the chat a little bit. I don't think it moved too much. Nice, always need that coffee. Yes. Doing chores, listening. That song is so much fun. Yeah, I love the song. It's great. And okay, here we go. Isadora says, you like men my age. How old are you? Late 20s. I am 30 years old. And we got another person. Sven Mac Johnson. Nice to meet you. I think, is this your first time here? Sven? S-V-E-N? If it is, welcome to the channel. Or should I say, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. And I got a notification from Shipped. Let's see what we got. It's probably a poopy doopy. Yeah, it looks like a poopy doopy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, alright, that order's a poopy doopy, and that is a spam caller. I'm just going to put on Do Not Disturb. Because that is heckin' annoying. That is very no bueno. So you're a working man, I bet you have calluses. I work out. Yes, I work out. Working man. Yeah. Yuka, welcome Yuka. How's your day going? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. You could take me out on a date with that money. I don't need diamond rings, just someone who cares for me. You've been in a bad marriage for over 20 years. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your marriage not working out. But, you know, I bet there's someone out there that will love and appreciate you for who you are. So hopefully you find your soulmate if that's what you're looking for. Or be content with being single, or whatever makes you happy in life. Whatever makes you happy in life, hopefully you can achieve that. Sorry to hear, says B. And yes, thank you. From a call from spam, likely just before that. Oh yeah, I get like 10, 15 of them a day, no joke. I'm tempted to just switch phone numbers at this stage if they keep this crap up. Bust, waist, hips. Interesting measurements there. Interesting indeed. So anyway, caught up with the chat. So one big thing I wanted to go over is how the channel did last month. And then I got some other stuff I want to go over too. There we go. Ta-da! I'll switch screens in just a moment. But I'll give you guys a general rundown of how well we did last month. I did make a community post on it, but again, for anyone that may not keep up with community posts or maybe missed it, because that's a possibility too, I will go over that on the stream. So let's go over January. Here we go. I'll switch screens and ta-da! Here we go. So this is a general breakdown of how well we did throughout the month of January. And as you can see, we got almost 2,000 views throughout January, which is heckin' dope. And, you know, we had a little bit of dips. Like, I know the 31st, I only got 9 views when I would typically have a live stream. And then there were some periods when I wasn't live streaming or putting out too much content at that moment. But overall, you know, pretty solid stuff. Pretty solid. We hit a peak of 146 in a day. So hitting that peak of 200 views in a day is not too far away, indeed. So, good stuff indeed. Indeed, 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 indeed. Not sound too repetitive. And total watch time came out to 264.4 watch hours, which is pretty nice. I think that includes watch hours from shorts as well. But my shorts don't really do that great on this channel, so you can chalk up most of these, probably like at least 250, from, you guessed it, longer videos and live streams, because live streams do pretty good on this channel. And we got a net gain of 159 subs. So even though that number doesn't always go exponentially up every single day, every single hour, every single minute, it overall went up, up, up. So that upward trajectory is what counts, right? And yeah, that's pretty good. And let's see. Top content for this month. So the Monday Fun Day live stream and the wonderful Wednesday Coffee Talky live stream were the first in our arsenal of live streams to crack over 100 views each. And then the cargo trailer video was the first to crack 100 views out of my pre-recorded content. So that's heckin' dope. That is heckin' dope indeed. And as far as how well we're doing towards monetization, because we are working towards monetization still, and based on our current criteria, so this one right here, if I want to start offering channel memberships, I have to have a minimum 500 subs, 3 video uploads in the last 90 days, and one of the following of either 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views from either the past 365 days or past 90 days, respectively. And we're pretty much 10% of the way towards the channel memberships with watch hours, based on data from January 29th. That's heckin' dope. And we're almost halfway towards the subscriber goal, which is also heckin' dope. So, great stuff, guys. Great stuff indeed. And then the full-on monetization, where I can run ads and get paid for ads and paid per views, minimum 1,000 subscribers, and one of the following of either 4,000 watch hours in the past 365 days, or 10 million shorts views in the past 90. Now, obviously the shorts one, there's no way in hell. But we're definitely getting there towards watch hours, right? Keep in mind, I've only been actively making content for, what, about 2 months now? So, yeah, we're doing pretty solid. Good stuff. So I definitely appreciate your guys' continued support of my channel, because you guys are helping a ton to making this whole journey come true. And we'll switch screens. Good stuff indeed. And I see some more people popped up in the chat. Let's see who is here. We got Cassandra, aka Driving with Spice. What's going on, Cassandra? If I remember your command correctly, I think it's this one. Because I made a command for you, but I don't remember. No, it might have been Cassandra. Hold on. I did make a command. I think I did. I try not to forget anyone in that sense. Aha, there we go. So, you guys want to check out Driving with Spice? Go check out her channel. Let's get Cassandra, aka Driving with Spice, to 100 subscribers. She live streams on a regular basis, and she's got some regulars on her channel like Valerie, myself, Corey, Dirty Stack and Deb, all that good stuff. So definitely go check her out if you are into watching live streams from GigTubers. So be sure to subscribe to her channel, ring that taco bell, like her videos, tell her I sent you. And let's see. Finally caught you in the morning. Yes, you finally caught me. Good stuff. Putting lotion on. Nice. Lotion is many bueno indeed. Good deal, Mike. You're growing nicely. Happy to be here with you for the growth. And I am happy that you're with me for the growth as well, B. And for everyone else that has done the thing that I tell them to do, right? The whole thing where I'm like, stick around! You know, that thing? Definitely appreciate it, guys. Did the groundhog see its shadow? I don't know. Good question. 6 more weeks of winter. If I'm not subbed to someone, let me know so I can follow you. Good to know. And let's see. Ulf says, have a nice British short hair Monday, Mike. Thank you, Ulf. You have a nice British short hair Monday as well. And we got Becca in the chat. What's going on, Becca? That's a pretty sweet ride that you got from Iaora. That bike that you were showing in your short. Pretty sweet. That is a nice bike indeed. I was checking out how much it is on Amazon, and honestly, for a dual motor bike, that's a pretty good price, not gonna lie. And you know, Iaora, it's a good bike brand. Faux show. I definitely like them better than G-Farce. Right, instead of G-Force, G-Farce, because they wound up being a farce. For anyone that has tuned into a live stream I did not that long ago. But I digress, because we're going to let sleeping dogs lie with that one. And we got Nicole in the chat. What's going on, Nicole? How are you today? I saw that video with your nails and stuff. A day in the life of a nail tech. That was heckin' dope. And I shared your video on my channel so people can skedaddle over to your channel, check the video out, give it a lick, leave a comment, and do all that good stuff. Because I know Nicole, she's always grinding, whether it be nails, whether it be video games, whether it be the gig work life, all that good stuff. Definitely go check out Nicole sometime. Let's plug her in the chat. Let's give her all the watch hours that she needs to get monetized, because she has the subscribers, but she needs some watch hours, baby. Let's get Nicole to 4,000 subscribers for full monetization. Or at the very least 3,000. So she can offer channel memberships. That would be heckin' dope. And I'll be first in line for one of those. And let's see, Mary says you need 200 subscribers to fully monetize. Anyone who wants to come in and subscribe, feel free. Yes, definitely go check out Mary from Mary's Gigs. She's a real sweetheart. She's very supportive. She's always shouting people out. She does the whole command things like I do, where you can plug in people's channels in the chat, all that fun stuff. And she live streams a lot. She takes videos of her catos, right? She's got cato videos, so if you guys like watching catos, definitely go check out Mary's Gigs. Subscribe to her channel, lick her videos, ring that Taco Bell. Tell her I sent you. And let's see, sounds like someone doesn't treat anyone right. Huh? Left my life for a screwdriver. Gotta keep working in the garage. Well, I mean, I don't fully know your situation, so can't really comment much on that. And let's see. Becca says, I can't wait for spring. Tired of this cold. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Because even when Florida gets cold, it's only by Florida standards. Which is still warmer than everywhere else in the continental United States. Yeah, you're just a big baby if you think that 40 degrees is cold. But it's all good. It's gotten quite warm over here. It gets like in the high 70s, low 80s this week. Definitely capitalizing on that. That's for dang sure. Because even the low feels pretty good. You know, like low to mid 60s at night. Beautiful, beautiful weather indeed. And let's see what else we got. Sorry, the guy I have in mind is 40 plus. Wouldn't be interested. And then Isidore says 40 plus is not for me. To each their own. To each their own, indeed. And Swole, we got Antoine. What's going on, Antoine? How you doing today? AKA the Swole Boy. I made a command for him too. You guys want to go check out Mr. Swole? He also does like Walmart Spark live streams and stuff, and he's heckin' jacked. So definitely go check out his channel. If it's not that one, I think it's this one. I forgot which one. I got so many of them. I don't even remember which one it is. Whatever. Just go check out his channel. There he is. So definitely go visit his channel sometime. Let's get him to 1K subscribers and 4K watch hours. So subscribe, ring that Taco Bell, lick his videos, and tell him I sent you. So sad we can't date. You're not a Mike the 50s Dasher. That's funny. You like that voice? You're full of voices. Yeah, I can be. I can be. I used to have a snowman doll when I was a kid because I did a lot of role play with my uncle when we had like action figures and stuffed animals. We would even record and make comic books out of them too. And I would try to make different voices for each character. And like even the girl characters, because I had a, you know, once upon a time I had a high-pitched voice. Who would have thought? And I would try to make a voice for every character. That way it's not like, and then the same character sounds like, you know, I tried to adjust my pitch and make them sound a little unique, I guess. But, you know, can I still do that to this day? Yeah, depends. Depends. You like the jokes because I need them. I can't date younger men and be boring. Yeah, fair enough. Roleplay with my... Oh, no. No, not that kind of roleplay. Oh, no. No, we're just talking about, like, roleplay in the sense that I'm... You know, I come up with scenarios using my action figures, my dolls, my toys, and we would act things out, right? We would act out a scenario as if, like, they were... Like, let's say they were superheroes. I actually have, it's a pretty long story, too. So, one of my favorite shows was called Codename Kids Next Door, a Cartoon Network show. If the OGs know, right? If you guys know that show, Codename Kids Next Door, let me know in the comment section down below. I loved that show as a kid. And I had a bunch of stuffed animals and just toys that I can interact with. And I decided to make them into a superhero team, too. Excuse me. I call them Children Next Door because I had to think of something that wasn't Kids Next Door. So I'm like, the Children Next Door. Brilliant, right? Eight-year-old me, Children Next Door. Who would have thought? So I did that, and, you know, my uncle, he was like a really creative person. Like, he wrote novels, he wrote graphic novels, he illustrated comic books. He did some cool stuff. And it only made sense that I got a lot of that, not only a lot of that inspiration from him, but he wanted me to act upon my creative impulses because he saw a lot of that in him, right? And I would eventually see a lot of that in me with him. So, like, sometimes we would even film it, right? We would film the scenario of me acting the dolls and the characters out, doing, like, certain kind of superhero scenarios, or we would storyboard. We would do, like, we actually wrote storyboarding. Like, we would have the blocks, we would have the squares, and we would just illustrate the scenarios. We'd make comics. I would actually write stuff. It was cool, man. I loved it. It was great. So that's the kind of role play I meant. Not role play in like a sick, twisted kind of fantasy or any of that type of stuff. So, no, definitely not. Good explanation. No, it's okay. It's alright. Get into these scenarios, X hate it. That's wonderful, Mike. You don't lose that creativity, imagination. It's good stuff. Yeah. Yes, I agree indeed. I mean, I've had stints in my life where I felt very empty without acting on some of that, especially when I wasn't like filming YouTube videos or anything. And filming YouTube videos helps just keep that creative spark and, you know, that childhood adapted imagination going in some way, shape, or form. In fact, I know I keep talking about that reference guide video that will be coming out in the not so distant future when it comes to e-bike gig work 101. But I have another idea too. I'm not going to spoil anything. But let's just say I really like this video game series called The Legend of Zelda. And I had a really cool idea. That sort of makes it like that. That's all I'm going to say about it, right? So when it comes to my gig work and one of my favorite video game series ever, yeah. So I'll leave that up to your imagination to think about what it might be. But yeah, that'll be a future video installment as well. But there's a couple pieces of like technology or like equipment handles that I might have to look into first to really make that vision come to life. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I don't know how well it'll do for the channel, but I still want to do it anyway, right? I still want to do it anyway. And let's see. Isadora says, this is a bike-themed channel. That's what I got from it. Yeah, it's mostly just me on my bike. I don't know if you've seen my video catalog, Isadora, but pretty much all the work vlogs I have are on my bikes, whether it be my electric bike, I used to have more than one, but now it's just down to one. And I even have a couple on my mountain bike as well. So definitely go check that out at some point. I think you might find some enjoyment out of it. But yeah, that upcoming video idea will involve me with my bikes. And again, not spoiling anything, but I'll let your imagination figure out what it could be. So. And we got Brianna. What's going on, Brianna? How you doing today? Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Feel free to correct me in the comment section down below. But you can also let me know. What are you up to today? What are your plans? How's your day going? B says, my dolls are a creative expression for me. Cool. That's heckin' dope, B. You know, I think once you gain some kind of baseline confidence to get behind the camera and start live streaming, if you want, I know you have a plan for it, maybe you can do something with your dolls. Honestly, I would watch it. As someone who has done that himself in his childhood and even still thinks about that kind of stuff to his day, I would certainly tune in for it. But, hey, that's up to you. And Becca says, oh my, LOL. Yeah. And let's see. Antoine says, not too much. Out here sparked up right now. Oh no, you got a ticket for a seatbelt. Oh no. But other than that, everything's great. Remember to wear your seatbelt, kids. Wear your seatbelts. Even if it doesn't save your life, it might save you some money. And let's see. Brianna says, doing pretty good. Just about to make breakfast for my son and I. Breakfast? Yeah, what's your time zone? I know Cassandra, she's by like the LA area, or Las Vegas area, I mean, so she's like 3 hours ahead of me. So it's only about 10 in the morning for her. What about your time zone? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And let's see, Isadora says, I had a doll named Isadora. She looked nothing like me. Young corn cob. Nice. And let's see, Sven said, I roleplayed a lot in Thailand. Nothing wrong with that. Well, as long as... Not getting into that, but... corn scent. There you go. As long as that's involved, and, you know... Anyway. Let's see. Oh, Mike, thank you. Your words are so kind. I do have a concern putting doll content on my channel. How do I prevent children from viewing? Honestly, the best way is to just go into your YouTube settings and mark your channel as not suitable for kids, and it won't push it in children's algorithm. I would also say if you did aim it for kids, then you can mark it as for kids, but then nobody would be able to comment. Is there a children's setting on you? Yeah. I'll show you real quick actually.
I will show you how to with Mike the Bike Dasher. Oh boy.
Let me go to my YouTube studio and I will show you how it is done. So, let's say for example I want to upload a video, and let me pull up some cornographic imagery on my computer. Let's just say it's something that I already have scheduled to upload, like I already uploaded at least one of these things before. So let's say I want to do this. I'm uploading a video. All you got to do is scroll down and it says audience. So this is your audience tab. And you can choose no, it's not made for kids, or yes, it's made for kids. If you choose yes, it's made for kids, then nobody can comment on your videos. That also counts for live streams. You can also do this in the live streams tab under settings on here. It's pretty much the same thing. But if you do want people to comment, then you would say, no, it's not made for kids. And then people can comment. So that's how you would do that. If you already have something uploaded, yeah, let me cancel this real quick because I already have that. But let's say that you already have content on your channel. All you got to do is just go to details. And then, yeah, there you go. It's right there as well. So, hopefully that helps, B. Hopefully that be helpful. But, psst. Yeah, I'll put this back here. Okay, so, Isadora says it's made for grown-ups like me or way older since I'm still young enough. Like YouTube in general, or... I mean, a lot of content, you know, for kids or adults. Could be either. I think at one point you were allowed to comment on content aimed for kids, but then that kind of opened the door for potential harassment of children, and you know, it's kind of frowned upon, understandably so. So, plus it's not advertiser friendly, and we know YouTube cares about that a lot. They care about advertiser friendly material. And let's see, Sven is asking, what are you drinking there, buddy? I'm just having some coffee, some mid-afternoon, well, early afternoon coffee. Also, hence the title of the live stream, Coffee Talky. Kind of makes sense if you think about that. But no, it's coffee. The only two beverages I drink on a regular basis. And I don't drink alcohol. Going on 4 years sober as of May 12th this year. And let's see, Mary says, you can set it for 18 plus also. And you're full of great information. We love you, Mike the Bike. We love you too, Mary. And thank you for your support. Many appreciated. Oh, you are Los Angeles. Okay, it's kind of easy. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, they sound a little similar. Okay, now I know. Gotcha. Thank you for the correction. Lots of content, Mike, Mr. Bike Dasher. Yeah, you just call me Mike or Mike the Bike. I know Mary liked calling me Mike the Bike. And then other people started calling me Mike the Bike, which is pretty cool. Now let's see. Alright, you'll look into that. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the screen share. Visual learner. This helps. Oh, glad I can help you in some way, shape, or form. And B says, good job on the 4-year sobriety, Mike. Thank you, B. And this, Frank. We got Filthy Frank. No, I'm kidding. We got Mr. Frank Oliver in the chat. How you doing, Frank? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. How you feeling? What are you up to? How's the weather? All those good things and stuff. And speaking of Spice, aka Cassandra, she put some unicorns in the chat. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. And it's 10:05 a.m. over by you. Okay, yeah, I thought you were 3 hours behind me, so makes sense. Mike the Bike. Dasher. Yes, that's true too. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy my username. I think it's pretty cool too. Good stuff. Yeah, I guess Lucy's chilling out for a little bit. That's cool. And let's see. Frank says he's alright. You want to travel? Thailand. Nice. Well, whenever you get to do that, hopefully you have a good time. Maybe you can like post pictures and stuff. If you feel like it. That's up to you. Mike, the Dash Me Bike Dasher. Yes. Mike the Bike. Mike the Dash Me Bike Dasher. So let's see. There was something else I wanted to... Yeah, I might share my screen momentarily. Let's see. Never been there. You like Greece. Is that where you're from, Isadora? Yeah, it looks like delivering with Ellen. Oh, there's Lucy. Hi, sweetie. I see you right behind me. Cutie pie. Yeah, it looks like delivering with Ellen. She came up with another video. The customer reduced tip after delivery. Oh no, that's no bueno. Reducing tip after delivery, man, that's some bad juju. I mean, I think that there are cases where I can understand why a customer would do that, but a lot of the time it's just them trying to score free food and give you low ratings for it, which is bogus. That is very no bueno indeed. If you guys think that's no bueno, feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. Hi, Lucy. Gotta give this needy little girl some love. Hi, sweetie. if you give Unky just a little while, give me a little while, and then we'll go do some more stuff. Okay? We'll go do some more stuff. Gotta give her some rubby rubs. Some rubby rubs. Oop, oop. And, you know, I got the blanket set up for you too, baby. So you're welcome to chill out on the bed if you want. That's okay. You're welcome to do that if you want. Boop. Boop. Little girl's always wagging her tail. I know she's out of the frame, but little cutie pie. And what do we got? Oh boy. Well, we got a little potential dating action going on in the chat. Isadora is asking if Frank is single. Frank is single. He's over 50. Yeah, I think you're a little out of her age gap, Frank. But that's okay. Alright, I'll give Ellen a lick. Her video a lick, not Ellen. I don't know if her husband would be happy about that. And then I will add her video to my watch later list. Which is a list that I actually do get around to eventually. Depends how
Busy I am. It depends how busy I am. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. So the next thing I wanted to ask you guys to give your 2 cents on is this most recent community post. So everybody that's still in the chat, do me a favor, head over to my community post tab on my channel and vote on this poll. I'm curious to know, what is your favorite form of GigTuber content? So I did make a similar excuse me. I did make a similar poll not that long ago, asking you guys what your favorite type of content was from my channel, and the overall majority favored live streams, which I'm not too surprised by, to be honest. It seems like a lot of people in this particular clique like to watch people's live streams. I actually watch more live streams than I have in quite some time, ever since joining this community. But I'm curious, on the whole, right, overall, what is your favorite type of GigTuber content? Is it live streams, videos, or shorts? So head over to my community tab, vote on this one for me, because we are collecting data. And not data in the sense that I'm going to like sell it off to data brokers or anything like that. No, but you know, just feel free to let me know. You can also elaborate more in the comment section down below once you have voted. And feel free to let me know what you like most out of general GigTuber content. I think I have a pretty good idea what this poll would look like, but feel free to let me know by voting on my post and then letting me know in the comment section down below, just like this. And let's see, Sven, your son is 26. He's only a few years younger than me. And Mary says, I like to watch live streams so I can interact, and I like to watch working live streams. Yes. I like that too, Mary. And speaking of working live streams, I did mention I will start rolling out working live streams this month. I don't have an exact date yet. I still need to get one crucial piece to the puzzle before I can really get it going. But it is going to happen this month. Your boy is going to be doing his e-bike, gig work, working live streams, or I'll think of a title, right? Probably like live e-bike ride along, or like live DoorDash e-bike ride along. I don't know. We'll figure out a title for that particular segment. But they will be coming out this month, because for anyone that may or may not know, I can use my GoPro for live streaming. So when I bought my GoPro last year, I knew that I can live stream with it, and I knew it's something I wanted to do at some point. But that was well before I started this channel. But ever since I started live streaming on this channel, I knew I wanted to do work streams at some point. And I was like, oh wait, I can use my GoPro for live streams. And then when I was referred to Electric Scooter Academy, I think it was Corey. I think Corey was the one that brought them to my attention. Feel free to correct me corn wreck me in the comment section down below. But somebody brought that to my attention too, about Electric Scooter Academy, and I've popped into some of his streams, and wouldn't you guess it, he also uses his GoPro. So if you use a GoPro for live stream, you can get 1080p and you can stream up to 2 hours. So essentially anytime I would stream would be up to 2 hours with the GoPro, and it'll be me on my e-bike doing gig work. I'm going to start rolling them out this month. I just need to get a better phone and switch over to Visible, which is definitely happening in the near future. If you guys are looking forward to that, put some corn cobs in the chat. Go stream some corn for me. Stream some corn if you guys are looking forward to gig work, e-bike, ride-along live streams with Mike the Bike Dasher. And living my best life at 60. What's going on, living my best life at 60? How are you today? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. What have you got on your agenda? What are your plans? Anything and everything you feel like sharing. Let's see, if I start an OnlyFans, would a GoPro do it? I would imagine, yeah. I mean, I know with OnlyFans you can live stream them, but you can also do pre-recorded. I don't know what your particular niche or click might be for that, but maybe collect some data from your audience and see what happens. I would buy you a mountain bike maybe after the third date. Well, I appreciate that, Isadora, but I already have a mountain bike, and it's definitely a good one. Faux show. And let's see. M says BRB. Alright. And let's see. If he's polite, respectful, sign me on. Nice. And Isadora says you would like between 25 and 38. Zen says, good mechanic too. Interesting. I see. So, if you feel like sharing, Isadora, is there a particular reason for that particular age group, up to 38? If you want to share, that's totally fine. I don't care. Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below why you have that particular age group chosen for the love of your life. Yeah, okay, we got another vote for that. But yeah, definitely go hit up my most recent community post, the poll, just asking about what your favorite type of gig tuber content is. Because one big reason why I put posts like this is to get a better idea of what my what my core audience is really into. You know, that helps give me a general idea of not only what they're into, but also seeing how that can affect when and what and how, right? Answering the 5 W's and the how when it comes to the content you see on this channel, whether it be shorts, pre-recorded stuff, live streams, you get the idea. Because, I mean, in a lot of ways, I have to do what's best for me too, but I want to make sure that my audience is really invested in whatever it is that I'm up to and give them the power of democracy when it comes to voting things in and helping with general decision making. Let's see, for now you want to feel young again and they got the stamina. I see. That's understandable. I'd probably say aim on the younger end of the spectrum for that then, and opposite of your ex-husband. Well, I wish you luck, Isadora, when it comes to finding the love of your life. Hopefully they are what it takes to help make you happy. And oh yeah, that's right, there was another one that I wanted to share too. Excuse me. Finished my last drops real quick. Well done. No more coffee! Which kind of sucks. It was my least favorite thing about coffee is when it's all gone. That's alright, tomorrow's another day. So yeah, the next thing I wanted to show you guys was another poll that I posted on my channel. And this one was asking, when do you generally like to watch GigTuber content? And then, you know, whether it be live streams, video shorts, in Eastern Standard Time. So that's an important caveat because I'm in the Eastern time zone, right? My time zone is Eastern Standard. So I was curious about what you guys, or when you guys are most prone to watching content, you know, GigTuber content. So 29% of people voted for mornings in Eastern Standard Time, and 6% voted for afternoons in Eastern Standard Time. 24% voted evenings in Eastern Standard Time, and this one was surprising but also not surprising, was 41% voted no specific time of day. So that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting indeed. And as far as that, so the main reason why I was asking is me to think a little more on like when I should do my streams, when I should upload content. I figured it was going to be a battle between the mornings and evenings in Eastern Standard Time. That seems to be the threshold that is most likely for people to watch in this particular community, in this particular niche. Because you figure afternoons, a lot of the time people are out working, or they're just coming back home. Maybe they gotta take care of loose ends with their families, run errands. Usually like that little stopgap of time that's least busy for working, but busy for other obligations. So that to me kind of makes a lot of sense. So if you added the 41% of no specific time to mornings, that would make it a 70% vote. If you add it to evenings, that would make it a 65% vote. So for a lot of things on this channel, I have either evenings or mornings. I had to make an exception with live streams today. I'll have to make that exception for live streams this week in general, just because I'm seeing how well the morning hours go for me with work. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Yeah, you can also apply 47% to afternoons if you took this number and added it to that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. So it definitely tells me that I'll probably continue leaning towards mornings and evenings when to post content. And given my new morning schedule for right now, it's probably going to be more towards evenings. But for live streams this week, moving forward, it will be roughly around this time for right now. Because, you know, as you can see, babysitting the little squirt, and working in mornings. So that'll be what I have for now. But once I have my work vlog set up, my live work vlog set up, taken care of, then I could start streaming my work. And I was thinking most likely would be mornings for that. I might try out evenings sometimes too, but that ought to be fun. I bet Cassandra from Driving with Spice, she might be looking forward to that quite a bit. Because she was the one that said that it looks like I'm playing a video game whenever I'm doing my work vlog videos, and you see like my hands on the handlebars, the first person point of view, or just anything like that. It looks like I'm playing a video game, that's what she said. So I thought that was a really cool analogy from her. And that is what made me think about that upcoming, and when I say upcoming, like it'll be out sometime in the not so distant future, that more experimental video that, again, not giving anything away, but, you know, let's just say it might combine a video game, like it might add like a video game type presentation, but it's me vlogging on my e-bike. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything with that one. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And let's see, Mike, would you like a boba or water? I'll take some water. Thank you, B. Would love to see you stream the gigs. Yeah, I know Mary's been really wanting to see it as well, so that will be coming out this month. Let's see, Isadora, Squirt, you got a potty mouth like me. I like it, but it gets me in trouble. Well, I mean squirt as like, you know, oh, you little squirt. Like, you know, old people language, I guess. I don't know. I've been called little squirt as a kid. Let's see. Sven says, I have a corny feeling in my right leg. I borrowed the VR from my son yesterday. Unfortunately, kicked down the bathroom door. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Whoops-a-daisy indeed. I tried one of those VR headsets at one point. I think it was like a... My brother, he had one. I forgot what it was called, but it was like a simulation with zombies, and it was actually pretty cool. I liked it. And B got me some water. Oh, look at that. We got some water. Thanks, B. Appreciate that. Definitely stay hydrated, because if you're lacking energy, you feel hungry, you might have an incoming headache. It might not be any of that stuff. You're probably just thirsty. So definitely quench your thirst. Many waters indeed. And we got Carl in the chat. What's going on, Carl? How are you? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below how your day is going, what you've got on your agenda, how's the weather, all those good things and stuff. And let me see. Looks like Isadora had a question for me about cats. What's in that cup? Yeah, it was coffee. Yeah, just coffee. Yeah, I don't know what the question was. It's not showing in my chat anymore. So, I don't know what that was. You've been called out for you've been called out for other reasons. I got you, Isadora. Anyway, interesting, the emoji doesn't come through on your chat screen. My favorites are domestic short hairs. My buddy Ulf, his favorites are British short hairs. Who would have thought, right? Nearly 6:30. Wow, you're 5 hours ahead of me. I see. So you're basically around like dinner time and stuff. That's cool. That is nice. I don't think I missed anyone here. Turn on all text. You will see my... Okay. Oh. What's your favorite pussy? And then you added a caveat, cat. What's my favorite pussy cat? Favorite pussy cat. I'm just gonna say cat. That sounds weird. What's my favorite cat? I don't have a particular favorite. You know, lots of cute cats. I guess as of recent times, we'll just say British short hair, just because of my buddy Ulf. So hopefully that answers your question. And Cassandra says, right. Yeah, I mean, ever since you pointed that out, I'm like, you know what? It does look like I'm playing a video game. So I know from a visual standpoint, that's got to look pretty cool to people. And let's just say, again, no spoilers about that experimental video that I have planned. I'm like very infancy of the script and whatnot. But let's just say the video game analogy might actually become a thing. And that might become a driving force for that particular video. Pun intended, because I'm driving! There you go, Isadora. Says B. Nice. So those in your art are British short hairs. Yes. So my buddy Ulf from Norway, he's a really cool guy. He's been supporting me for, I think, like close to a couple of years now. And he's definitely provided a lot of artwork for my videos and really just artwork for the channel. He puts in like, you know, he puts in commands with his, I think, ChatGPT or whatever he uses to make the AI artwork. And I just add it to the videos as long as it fits, you know, as long as I think it's really cool, it's thematically fitting. It could be like catchphrases, things like that. I know you guys have seen a lot of it. The channel banner, the profile picture, that's some of the AI artwork that my buddy Ulf has sent me up to this point. And quite a few of them have British short hairs in them. Because that's one of his trademarks, the British short hair. Like, I'll show you guys one on the screen real quick. So, here we are. So here's one for example. This one you've seen in my videos before. Anybody that's tuned in like towards the end screen of some of my content, my content, you guys have seen one of these before. You know, just saying leave a comment down below. You know, one of my catchphrases, something that's thematically fitting for the channel, like the corn cobs, and then he's got some other wild stuff going on. And yeah, that's a British short hair cat. And that is a cute picture. I just realized this corn is missing an eye. That's funny. I mean, these AIs are they're not perfect when it comes to, like, the eyes or, like, missing limbs or just something off about them, but, but no, it's cool. But yeah, I got a bunch of folders that are just full of them, and you can see some of these are catchphrases, like, okie dokie artichokey. I've said that one a couple times in my videos. And look at that, it's a British short hair. And it's a corn cob, you know? So that's a little bit about that one with my buddy Ulf. And let's see, is he single and between my age gap? So he is 35, but he's not single. Whether or not it's a polyamorous thing or open to being polyamorous, I have no clue. You'd have to ask him. But yeah, anyway, there's that. People love zombies, yes. And Carl is playing the original Spyro on PS2. Heck yeah, man. I loved Spyro. Those were one of my favorite video games. Because I am a PS1 boy. I'm a PlayStation 1 boy. That was my favorite console that I grew up with. I played so many of my favorite all-time games on there. I played Siphon Filter. I played some of the Tekken games. I played Twisted Metal. I played Crash Bandicoot. You know, several of those. I played the Spyro trilogy, the original trilogy, on the PlayStation, and especially Oddworld. Oddworld, if you guys know by now, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Oddworld, Abe's Exodus. Those are like my two favorite video games of all time. Absolutely love those games to a T. I've even played them as recently as last year, and my god, those games still hold up to this day. Frickin' love it. Those games are heckin' dope. They are so heckin' dope. If you guys have heard of Oddworld, or just the whole Oddworld Inhabitants franchise, whether it be PlayStation 1, whether it be Xbox, or something else, feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. What about PS5? It's newer and younger. I do not have a game console. Or game console, I mean. But anytime that I would play video games, I have Steam on my computer. And I don't know, maybe the grind with Nicole, she's kind of maybe somewhat interested in maybe having like a gaming stream at some point. I don't know, if you guys would be down for that, maybe I'll make a post or a poll and let you guys vote it in. We shall see. And Isadora says, you follow Driving with Spice. In fact, Isadora, let's make that a little easier for you. I will give you the state-of-the-art patented wrench. So now you can click on people directly and feel free to subscribe for them. And what comes standard with that too is I also make a command so people can check out your channel. And let me go to your channel real quick. And I'll give you a subscription. And it looks like Mary uploaded another video. Guess she's feeding her birds. That's cool. Well, not her birds as in like, you know, ownership. They just they come to her house and, you know, anyway. We have a lot of pretty wildlife in Florida, and many of which are birds. You don't post videos, that's fine. That is fine indeed. We can still get you to 50 subscribers. How does that sound, Isadora? Let's get Isadora to 50 subscribers. Because what happens when you get to 50 subscribers is you can live stream. You know, if you want to live stream and start building your own core audience, even if you have no idea what you're doing at first, right? Just pick up the camera, turn it on, and fumble with your words. Enjoy a nice hearty word salad and have no freaking clue what you're talking about. People would love it and be like, oh, this is cool, you know? Little origin story, humble beginnings, as they say, if you wanted to. And here's your command. You're welcome to plug in this command if you want. And as someone with a wrench on the channel, you can also use other commands to plug in other people's channels if you feel like it. But a lot of people just like having the wrench, and they can use that as a way to immediately click on other people's channels, so they can also subscribe, ring the Taco Bell, lick their videos, and be told that I sent you. Cute cat with corn. Yes, that is cute. Hey, there's Melissa. How you doing, Melissa? I see that you're live streaming. I'll have to pop in and say henwo at some point as well. But how are you doing today, Melissa? How's work going? What have you got on your agenda today? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. That sounds sus. Maybe because we subscribe and lick videos. That's how we do things around here. And there's Mary Wary. Mary Wary says, Melissa. Sven says, I like cornfield. Yes, I have yet to actually be in a cornfield, but visually they look pretty cool. And let's see, Mary says, okay, I'm going to work for an hour or so. See you soon. Have a great day, Mike, everyone in the chat. Nice, Mary. Glad to see that you are out working again, which is heckin' dope. And if you live stream it, I'll pop in and say henwo and do all that usual stuff. Melissa says, I've only done one Instacart order so far. Oh, there's Lucy. Right behind me again. Hey, baby. Now, let's see. You've only done one Instafart order so far. Nah, that's no bueno. Did it at least pay okay? Did it at least pay decent? Oh, it did. Okay, $42. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did see another, or I got an order from Shipped not that long ago. And it was a huge order. It was 72 items. The base pay was $14.71. With Shipped, you don't get an upfront tip, which does turn some people off, especially if you do a lot of hard work and then don't get tipped, or the tip is just dirt cheap, right? But I decided to take it because it was such a big frickin' order. I'm thinking to myself, since Shipped is pretty good in my area, there's a decent chance that I at least get some kind of tip for it. But I also like to see how far I can go with my overall equipment setup on my bike. I like to test myself. I like to push my limits when it comes to how much stuff can I carry, how much stuff can I transport with my bike setup. So I just saw that as a cool challenge opportunity, and I decided to film it as a short in case you guys have yet to see it. I'll actually link it in the chat for anyone that has yet to see the short. That way you guys can check it out, and if you enjoy it, just give it a lick. You know the deal.
How you doing?
Not gonna play it on screen. But yeah, let me see. Colossal, because it was colossal. It was a colossal grocery order on an e-bike. So you guys want to check that out. It's a short. It's under 3 minutes long. So if you guys feel like watching it, if you have yet to do so, just click that link in the chat. And yes, the order was heckin' large. It was very large indeed. It was a 72 item order. So imagine trying to fit that on an e-bike. I wonder how I made that possible. Did I have to use a mystery Mouska tool, aka a surprise tool that can help us later? Well, the only way to know is to give it a click. And after you give it a click, give it a lick. Are your neck and shoulders big? It looks it. I mean, I haven't had like crazy serious resistance training for a while. I'm just trying to focus on the most important things I'm working towards, while still having a baseline for general strength and well-being, cardiovascular fitness. I mean, if I stepped up my training more, it'd be even bigger, I suppose. But I don't know. I've worked out for a while. How long can you grow your beard? If I don't brush it, it can look longer than it actually is. But I like to brush it just because it looks more uniform. It looks a little neater. It also makes it look thicker, because you know I got a pretty thick beard, and that's the way I like it. And Isadora says, "Hi there, doggy." Isadora also says, "I like your style." Thank you, Isadora. And yeah, dog in the background. Her name's Lucy. I'm her unkie, aka her uncle, babysitting her till Sunday. We all live together, by the way, but whenever my landlord's out of town, I'm like the go-to babysitter for Lucy. So I also get a nice little, I get a nice little credit off the rent, so I owe a little less, which means more cha-ching. Tell them to bring me my money, you know? Sven says, back in the day, we used to run in the cornfield, got super sore, boys in the garage and women in the kitchen. I like how time has changed our daily routine. You had ZZ Top Beard once. I see. Interesting indeed. You make it look... You like to make it look thick. I don't... My beard is thick and big. The beard, right? The beard. That's what we're talking about here. And specifically the beard on my face. Anyway, looks like, alright, I see order. And looks like Melissa's got to bounce for now. Take care, Melissa. Glad you stopped by. And don't forget to look at the video on the way out. And we'll definitely see you next time. Good luck with work. Hopefully you get even more. And there's Eric. Eric has returned. How is your VHO route going? I know when I popped in, you said you had, I think you said you had 10 deliveries under your belt and you had like 13, 14 more, something along those lines. So, how is that going? Once I'm done live streaming, I'll pop in and catch up with that too. Oh, what's on your face is big. What's on, my nose? The beard? I got a bit of a schnauzer, if you know what I mean. So, cool beans. Yeah, we had a decent crowd popping today. That's cool. I'm trying to remember. Was there anything else I wanted to share? Let's see. Cassandra says, okay. In the 70s, they didn't shave much, but now it's in. I don't know. I guess it depends. I know Publix, for example. I don't know if you're familiar with Publix. It's a grocery chain that's, I think it's currently exclusive to the East, and a lot of them came from Florida. But they would always have their employees, the male employees anyway, shave their faces. Like they were allowed to have a mustache, but never allowed to have a beard, because I guess it just didn't fit the visual, didn't fit the presentation. But they've actually lifted that a couple of years ago, so now people that work at Publix are allowed to have beards, which I think is cool. I used to work there. I worked there about 10 months. Worst manager in the world. Oh, he was something else, let me tell you. But yeah, I used to have to shave. I wasn't allowed to have a beard at the time, and I would always get like razor bumps on my neck because I'd have to shave like every freaking day, right? I had to shave every freaking day, and I have sensitive skin, so yeah, Publix or Pooplix. That's right, Pooplix, where pooping is a pleasure. That's where I used to work. Publix, please. But yeah, I used to have to shave my beard every single day. You weren't even allowed to have a 5 o'clock shadow. You were not allowed to have any semblance of facial hair whatsoever. So I'd have to clean shave. Very no bueno. I hated it because it just gave me a crap ton of razor bumps on my neck, which is no bueno. Very no bueno indeed. That was one thing I definitely didn't miss about leaving there. Because then I was allowed to let my beard unravel, and before I knew it, I had a full luscious beard. Because for the longest time, right, I had mustache hair since I was 11, so I've had a mustache since I was 11. But it took the longest time for like sideburns and the goatee to actually connect, right? It took a long time for these parts of my hair to connect. But I guess from that experience of having to shave all the time, this part was able to finally grow in. So then I was allowed to actually have a full beard when I worked at Target. I only shaved like maybe a few times across that interval of time, but otherwise I keep the beard all year long pretty much. And for the longest time too, I had like a little patch right around this part of my neck, and it took a while to fill that in, so I would just continue to keep the beard trimmed down just below like the jawline, and then it eventually filled in, and yep, ever since then I have the beard. It's full, it's luscious, it's soft, it's good things and stuff. And let's see, Cassandra says that was a cool short. Thank you, Cassandra. Did you leave a comment and did you lick the video? Don't forget to do that. Lick the video and leave a comment. Because that kind of engagement helps the Alcorn rhythm, and if I get on the Alcorn rhythm, then YouTube can push my channel to more non-subscribers. Because we actually have a pretty good turnover when it comes to people that watch the channel and then they subscribe. Our current turnover is about 80%, which means that 80% of the total views that I get on this channel are from subscribers. And given the fact that my total viewership has gone up, I don't know, that's pretty good, man. A lot of people actually struggle to get like 50-50, where like half of the people watching are subscribed, the other half aren't. But I'm currently at 80-20, so I'd love to see that keep going, but in the sense that YouTube pushes the channel to more non-subscribers, right? That's a big thing that I'm trying to get YouTube to do. That way we can keep growing this community. Now, is it entirely up to YouTube to do that? No, it's not. That's where the whole networking and building good relationships with people that can also bring people with them to the channel comes into play, aka networking. I know you guys are very familiar with that. That's probably how most of us know each other, right? Most of us know each other from networking with other channels, and we happen to cross paths with those channels. And then we became our own clique, and then we would network to other people, and then they would come in and such and keep the cycle going. So keep that going thing for sure. And YouTube is paying attention, right? YouTube does pay attention to that stuff, and when they see that kind of stuff, then they're going to gradually increase the amount of impressions, right? Because we know that YouTube sets impressions whenever they push your content to non-subscribers, and the impressions, they show up in people's feeds. And then you have another rate, like you have another turnover rate when it comes to how many views and what percentage of views you get from impressions. They do break that stuff down in your YouTube studio when it comes to like full-on analytics. I do look into this stuff, and I'm gradually seeing that number go up too, which is pretty heckin' dope. But honestly, the thing I'm appreciating most is not only having the core audience that we have now, who keep coming back. They do the whole stick around part 2 and that chick boogaloo. They do that, but the other people that come tune into this channel, a lot of them are also sticking around, which is awesome. That's great. That's why the current turnover is about 80% of watch time. Well, not watch time, but views from subscribers. So definitely appreciate your continued support of my channel, guys. Definitely appreciate it indeed. And the positive word of mouth. See, Eric says it, right? Word of mouth. That word of mouth is playing a much more important role than you guys might even realize. So, heckin' dope indeed. And definitely keep it going, man. You guys ever feel like sharing my stuff on my channel to your channel, so your viewership can come here, and I can share your stuff on my channel, get my viewership to go to you. You see how it's kind of like a partnership, right? It's a cool little partnership, which I'm doing more of that, right? I haven't always done that as much as I could, but I'm definitely doing that more so as well. Like, for example, I shared Nicole's video, and I know Nicole, she's not always happy about the low turnover with her pre-recorded content, especially given the size of her channel so far. So those little shares can definitely help a lot when it comes to giving a nice little viewership kick, if you know what I mean. But it's like a nice little partnership, I share, you share, I sub, you sub, I watch, you watch, people tune in, and this community gets bigger and bigger, more solidified, and just a bunch of homies and homegirls and all that good stuff. Hey, there's Candy. What's going on, Candy? We were just talking about you. Well, actually, we weren't. But hey, I'm glad you decided to stop by, Candy. How are you today? What is on your agenda? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. How is Candy? We're always glad to have you. And let's see, what do we got? You young people are all about growing, which I like. So much potential. Yes. And let's see. B says, glad we all met. Yep, I'm glad we all met too, B. I guess we were meant to be. But am I right? Let's see. Cassandra says, thank God we are self-employed now. Well, a lot of us are also using self-employment as supplemental income. They say upwards of like 48% of people that do gig work are using it as supplemental income on top of their W-2 jobs, like Eric, who says, I am half self-employed, Spice. And, you know, it's understandable, man, because not all of us are gifted with, like, crazy high potential markets. I know mine's not, for example. I probably shouldn't even have a W-2 job, but I'm like, no, I don't want a W-2 job. I'm just going to suck it up and deal with it. But I'm making do. But I totally understand why people have W-2 jobs on top of their gig work. You know, they're probably supporting a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife. They're a guardian for kids, or they have their own children. They might be looking after their own parents because their parents are older and need assistance, or whatever the reason may be, right? It's totally understandable why people that do gig work are generally doing it on top of having a W-2 job to make ends meet. Because we know that the cost of living isn't coming down, right? I've heard all this stuff about like, oh, you know, groceries are going to be cheaper and tax cuts. It's like, I'll believe it when I see it, right? And I haven't seen it yet. So I totally understand why people are stretching their dollars as much as possible and trying to do what it takes to just keep on going. So definitely my respect. Mike, I think that often it was meant to be all of us connected. Yes, B, it was meant to be. Good stuff indeed. Let's see. Eric says, I feel like I've known Mike for years. It's crazy. He feels like he's a brother to me. You know, I feel the same way about you, Eric. You're a cool dude. I like you. I like all you guys. You guys are great. And let's see. Isadora says, I will slim down soon. Well, as long as that's what you want, Isadora. You know, I'm a body positivity guy. I think all bodies are beautiful. Eric, stop being a hater and gatekeeping. What is your secret to your hair growth? Oh, yes. Do share with us, Eric. What is your secret to hair growth? Well, maybe you don't have to with me. I'm basically like a Sasquatch, you know, covered in hair everywhere. Well, except for my back. Thank God I don't have back hair. I would not want to have back hair, but that's just me. Let's see. Candy says, I hate you, Eric. I think Candy's being a little facetious. Because I know you guys have quite the relationship with each other. And not relationship in the sense like, you know, your boyfriend, girlfriend, but it's an interesting relationship. Let's just say. And there's Casey. What's going on, Casey? I thought I gave you a wrench. I guess I didn't. But you know what? Let's corn wreck that. You have a wrench, Casey. And by the way, how is Casey today? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below what you've got going on. How's the weather? What are your plans? All those good things and stuff. And let's make Casey a command as well. Let's get KC to. Let's see how many subs they got. Alright, they got 62 subscribe. Oh, I wasn't subbed? Oh my god, man, I am slacking. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so deeply very sorry about that. That's how they pronounce it in Canada. I'm not Canadian, but that's how they pronounce it in Canada. I am so deeply sorry for not subscribing to your channel. Let's get KC to 100 subscribers. They are currently at 62 right now. So I'm working on a command so you can check out KC and plug in their channel, and KC as a mod can also use their command. so they can plug in their own channel. And you know the deal, Casey, right? You got a wrench. You can click on people, subscribe to whoever you want, ring that taco bell, lick their videos, tell them I sent you. Let's see. Sharing is caring, Candy. We can have a double date. Nice. Well, if you guys decide to go out for a double date, have a good time. Have a good time indeed. Eric, stop cheating on JK. You both have a date for Valentine's Day. WTF. Yeah, Valentine's Day, that ought to be a pretty good day for work. I'll definitely vlog for that. And who knows, if I have my work live stream set up by then, maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something like that. We shall see. A threesome date. Eh? You know, as long as everyone agrees to it, right? Consent es muy importante. It is many importante. It's going up, which... Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Cassandra. It sure looks like it. But, I don't know. We'll have to see how the next 4 years goes, I guess. And if you guys are pissed off about how things are going in this country, do not be afraid to speak on that. Let the people in power positions know that you are not happy. And I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens. But, you know, I'm not really a political channel, so I'm not going to get into that too much. So I digress. Damien is here. What's going on, Damien? How are you today? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below what you've got planned and how's the weather over by you, all those good things and stuff. Monday is a fun day to relax and chill for the day, which I do for work the next couple of days with no problem. Nice. I'm glad to see a little bit of representation of Monday Fun Day. I think Monday Fun Day is way too underrated. I think people are just in absolute denial that you can actually have a Monday Fun Day. And ever since the Bangles, they were just saying, just another Manic Monday. Ever since they started singing that back in the 80s, everybody assumes, oh, today's Monday, it's going to be manic as heck. Right? Thanks a lot, Bangles. And no thanks to them also wishing it was Sunday, because that's my fun day. You know, the I don't have to run day. And don't get me wrong, Sunday Fun Day is a very valid thing. I think a lot of people have Sunday Fun Days for sure. Was mine a Sunday Fun Day last time? Not really, but I guess it could have been worse. But I think Monday can be a fun day. I think it can be. Because you have this social stigma that everything is just manic as heck, right? Everything is always manic when it comes to Monday. But why is it Monday? Why is Monday the one day that is so frickin' manic? Why is it so heckin' manic on Monday? Why can't we just take some of that over to Tuesday? Make it a terrible Tuesday. Just another terrible Tuesday. That's my blues day. I don't know. Or how about Thursday, where it's like thoracic Thursday. Thoracic in the sense that your back is just aching from all the manicness of Thursday. Because what Monday was going to be is actually on a Thursday or a Tuesday. If this sounds like it's getting a little convoluted, just rewind the live stream. But, I mean, come on. Monday can be fun, man. It can be. You know, it could be manic too, but just because it's manic doesn't inherently mean it's not fun. It can be, right? If you're crushing your goals and you're having a good time doing so on a manic Monday, I think that manic Monday can be a Monday Fun Day. But, I don't know. I digress on that one. I will let you guys vote that in the comment section down below if Monday can indeed be a fun day. Maybe I'll make a poll on my post, my community post section, if you guys would want to vote on that. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Damien, yo. And let's see. Damien says, don't nobody dare assume I'm Stardashian. This face is rubbing people the wrong way to assume I'm Eric on the Amazing Hustler channel. I see. Isadora says, you are a great man even giving wrenches to the ladies. A woman can be just as good at using tools. Yep, that's true, Isadora. I am a welcoming, inclusive guy, right? Let's break down all those barriers of the stigmas and traditions, just because they were of yesteryear, doesn't mean we have to keep doing them. And just because something is, doesn't inherently mean it should be, right? That's the is-ought gap. Something ought to be because it is. I don't necessarily believe that. I think it's totally fine to question societal norms and to be open-minded and to maybe incorporate progressive views. But like I said, I'm not a political channel, so I'm not really getting into that too much. Never be afraid to question things, right? That's how I feel. And let's see. And Damien says to be, yeah, it's usually the day to get many things out of the way and just relax from work to play catch up. Plus, it's the opposite of Sunday with being chill and slow for some reason. Yeah, exactly, for some reason. For some reason. But why does it have to be? Why does it have to be Monday? You know? Why can't we just say, screw that, right? I want to have a fun day for Monday. Let's just take it over to Tuesday. Terrible Tuesday Blues Day. Ooh. Yeah, let me get back turn a bit. I'll get back in. I'll get back in a bit. Let me see if that. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna be wrapping up my stream pretty soon, but yeah. Anyway, that's just my best friend. She's calling me, and she's gonna let me know what's going on. Cool beans. I like to keep in touch. Let's see. Good deal taking Monday as a weekend day. Yeah, why not? Right? Mind over matter. You want Monday to be a fun day. Well, gosh darn it, make it a fun day. Monday, fun day, so good to me sometimes. Yeah, I agree. And let's see. Candy says, Monday is errands day. If you want, that's cool. If you want that to be errands day, that sounds good to me. Public holiday here today. Oh, nice. If you like Mike the Bike Dasher, you better put a ring on it. I don't know. Ring as in ring that Taco Bell, eh? Ring that Taco Bell that we get notified the next time I upload and stream. That's a good ring to it. Yes, I've listened to young people pop music. I love pop music too, man. And like, the term pop music isn't specifically just whatever, like, hippity hop and you don't stop type of music that you hear on the Billboard Hot 100 radio or whatever they call it nowadays. I don't know. Like emo pop, pop rock, whatever Nirvana was up to in the 90s, glam rock of the 80s, Led Zeppelin of the 70s, the Beatles of the 60s. What did they all have in common? It was pop music. And not pop music in the sense of like, I hate pop music. It's all just a bunch of mainstream derivative nonsense. Yeah, because I'm a music snob. I like to gatekeep what's good music to people. Because I have these arbitrary standards of what's good and what is terrible. And if it's terrible, it can't be good because I don't approve. Well, screw that, Mr. Music Snob. I say, whatever you're into, whatever you like, it might even be pop music. And pop music just means popular music. It's just an umbrella term of whatever's popular at a given time in history, right? You figured the Beatles was like the quintessential pop band of the 60s. Led Zeppelin was like one of the quintessential pop bands of the 70s. Motley Crue, Def Leppard, tons of other bands around the 80s. The 90s, you had freaking Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Metallica. The 2000s, you had like Fall Out Boy, Nickelback. You get the idea, right? Even though they play like rock music, or even hard rock, or even some cases heavy metal, it's still pop music. It's popular, right? Popular music. Pop music. You like popular music, good for you. I love popular music, right? I've been on a big Fall Out Boy kick the past few weeks. even I mean I've liked Fall Out Boy for quite some time now. Ever since their album Save Rock and Roll, I was like, oh yeah, it's time for me to actually check this band out and see what they're about. Because I've heard their songs like Sugar, We're Going Down Swinging, or Dance Dance, or This Ain't a Scene, It's an Arms Race. I've heard those songs before, but I never really got into the band because I'm like, you know, these songs are good, but is this the best that they have to offer? Or me just never really getting around to it. But then their album, when they did their comeback, Save Rock and Roll came out, I was like, this album's good, man. This is a good album. I like it. You know, I listened to The Phoenix. I listened to my songs, Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'Em Up. And I was like, wow, these songs are actually pretty good. And Patrick Stump, the singer, sounds even better than before. So I was like, all right, now I got to check these guys out. So I listened to that album in its entirety, and then I started listening to the previous 4 albums over the years, and then the next album, American Beauty, American Psycho, came out, and I'm like, damn, this album's awesome. I love this album too. It's great. And, you know, up until this day, I've just been a big Fall Out Boy fan. And they're pop music, and I don't care if people don't like Fall Out Boy because they're pop music. I like Fall Out Boy. And it's not just because they're pop music. It's because it's good music. It's music that I like. And whatever you like, that's up to you, man. Right? Like whatever music that you are into. That's how I feel. M says, I enjoy Mike's chats. He's very educated, open mind, good stuff. Well, I'm glad you guys appreciate that. Isadora says, yes, Mike inspired me. Woot woot. Good stuff indeed, guys. And we've got Hanson Swans. Hanson. I think it's Hanson. Pronunciation. A new person that I have not seen on this channel yet. What is going on, Hanson, or Hanson, or Hanson, however you pronounce that. Let me see if I can get an audio for it. Get an audio. How old am I? Get an audio? I don't sound like I'm 30 saying, get an audio. Hanson. Okay, it is Hanson. That's right. So, what's going on, Hanson? Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. How's your day going? What have you got planned? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. And let's see, figures my spokesman as Goldfinger, in a way, said way back then. Nice. And let's see, exactly, it's like what you can't do on Tuesday, all the way Sunday. You could always get it done on Monday. Me too. Once I have my face back, it's going to be Man on Fire like Denzel. Aha, Denzel, I got you. I know the reference. What's Taco Bell? Oh, that's just the notification bell, right? Whenever you subscribe to somebody, there's a notification bell. You can get personalized notifications, you can get no notifications, or you can set it to all notifications. With this channel, that's the Taco Bell. The Taco Bell is that notification bell. Speaking of which, if you guys have yet to ring that Taco Bell, give it a ring. If you have yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Come on. It's the same button, just press both, right? Definitely appreciate that, indeed. Who's that poster of in the background, Mike? Is that Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera? Close, but it is Ariana Grande. And Ariana Grande, some people may or may not know, she's one of my all-time favorites. She's my bae. I absolutely love Ariana Grande. She can do no wrong. And you can't tell me otherwise. If you guys like Ariana Grande, let me know in the comment section down below. Yes, I know she licked donuts and stuff, but that aside. Well, a few little missteps. Anyway, let me see. Inspired you to do what Isadora, please share with the class. Oh yeah, go right ahead if you want. We love inspiration, something Eric don't know about. I try it once in a while. Eric is not that scary. It's okay. It's okay. We love Eric. We want to see him succeed in life, and we are always rooting for him, cheering him on. He's a cool guy. And I'm glad to see Eric leaning more towards like the game night type stuff, right? I like that. I like that stuff a lot. And we got Snack Samurai. Says, deliver me snacks. Well, I don't have any snacks to deliver right now, but I can deliver you a nice blue wrench. Because I know that you're a regular goer of the channel. And while we're at it, let's give you a corn mand. Let's give you a corn mand. I will call it Snack. And let's see, what does your channel look like? How many subscribers have you got? Okay, well, now you got one. Nice. So if you guys want to check out Snack Samurai, he really likes snacks. So let's give Snacky Boy something to enjoy. How about that? Snacky Boy, something to enjoy. Bars. MC, Mike the MC. There we go. So we got Snack. You guys want to check out Snack Samurai's channel. You got some snacks for him? And feel free to share if you feel like it. I know he would definitely appreciate it. He, she, they, them. I'm not sure what their pronouns are. But feel free to correct me on that one. Please, I did make that comment to start a comparison. Oh, about the inspiration thing? Yeah, I know what you mean. You're like young snacks. Oh, you're so cheeky. Just the whole deal with the chat and this bike dasher not dashing older ladies. I got you. She's a good talent. My niece listens to her. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Your niece is based. Good stuff. That is heckin' dope. If you like Ariana Grande, you are based. Well, I'm not saying that you have to like Ariana Grande. If you don't like her for whatever reason, be my guest. But I like her. Yeah, Ariana. I know some people say Ariana. Some people say Ariana. I say Ariana. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But you get what I mean. I listened to her first album, Yours Truly, and she was mine truly. Since then. Let's see. Sven said, back in the day, I was a good piece of snack. I would not be surprised, since you have a 26-year-old son. But yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, quite a decent crowd today. That's cool. Oh, ha ha ha. You're so funny, Frank. Ariana can grande. She can grande me. Well, I mean, she looks like a fox. She looks like a fox. Oh, jeez. I want him to succeed, though, too, which is why I'm so hard on him. Oh, yeah, you know, tough love, right? I definitely respect that about you, Candy. And I'm sure Eric appreciates that tough love more than he's willing to admit. And I'm sure that your tough love has been very helpful to him. She looks like a fox. I mean, foxes are cute, so I would assume that's a good thing by saying she looks like a fox. I know she looks a little different now, but I digress. A lot of interesting new accounts recently. I know, right? Yeah, definitely a lot of... It's cool to see our community continue to grow and be full of colorful characters and interesting individuals. Damien says, I like old snacks too. Young snacks, I don't know. It's just artificial and many tastes are... I'll leave it at that. This ain't a sweet potato pie. I see. Isadora says, you have many good fans, if I can call them fans. Well, I mean, see what they have to say. It definitely looks like they're fans, and that is heckin' dope. But I do have a big fan that's in this room with me. A very big fan indeed. Is that one? Yeah! But yes, not expired snack like my ex-husband. Oof. That's rough. But, you know, out with the old, in with the new. You will have yourself a fresh snack. Maybe, at some point in your life. No promises, but I'm sure that tasty snack is out there for you. Eric says, friends. Yes. Fans and friends. Fan friends. Friend fans. I don't know. Friends that provide fans so you can stay cool during the summer months. Yeah, how about that? Youngster! Yes. Never been to one of her shows. I would die to go to one. Yes, me too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to make that happen, man. I want to go to one of her shows, and I'm going to vlog it, man. I'm going to vlog that show. I don't care what channel it's on. I'll probably put it on this channel and be like, I saw Ariana Grande. And if I made enough money, maybe I can meet her. Ooh. Mike, be sure to buy a wind machine fan. It's cheap in the winter and spring. That way you don't have to pay so much in the summer. Gotta stay cool and fan, bro. Yes. I know my landlord, she has like specific settings for the AC. I just kind of leave it at that. The airflow in these rooms is horrible though. That's why I got that fan. I got that fan because the airflow on this side of the house is very no bueno, except for the guest room. There's a guest room that's on the left of the hallway here. That's the only room in the whole house that actually has good airflow in it. That's the only one. That's the only room in the house that has good airflow. Like, you don't even need one of those fans, like that oscillating fan I have. You can just turn on the regular fan, and it feels perfect in there all the time. I'm like, man. A little jealous whenever we have a guest stop by, you know, but hey, that's cool, that's cool. No biggie. They get to enjoy the luxury of having the one room in the house that has good airflow, and, you know, my oscillating fan gets the job done. So it's all good. I'm talking about snacks as in food or candy. Yeah, we know. That you put in your mouth and eat. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's a contentious one, Snack Samurai. But yeah, I get what you mean. But you know, if sometimes people will say you be looking like a snack, that can be taken literally. And if that's the kind of snack you're in, make room for dessert. I don't know. B says, be right back. You will be right back. Frank Oliver, you speak my language. Yeah, it sure sounds like it. Like I said, we got some colorful characters in here. You put all kinds of snack in your mouth. Like Oreos and potato chips. I like those. Many type of snack, not just... Oh boy. Yes, I know. Get my name out your mouth, Samurai. Oh, haha, because, you know, candy. I got you. Cool beans. Cool beans, indeed. Speaking of beans, speaking of cool beans, let's put some cool beans in the chat, huh? I'll put one, and then I'll put some beans. Oh, wait, that's a bear. Here's the beans. You like the long... yeah, you like the long-shaped ones. I see that. I see people are spicy today. It's Monday, relax. I guess it depends how literally you take Manic Monday, right? Depends how manic that Monday is. But just remember, guys, Monday can also be a fun day. I think it'll be a fun day for me, indeed. It's been a little manic this morning. I had a couple drivers just be very no bueno to me while I was on the road. But as far as the good manic, I'm up to $45 and change. So, only worked about 2-ish hours, give or take. So that's about like 20 an hour. Not too bad. Yeah, let me see what I'm up to exactly. Yeah, 45.81. So that's what I'm up to for today. And yeah, as long as I go back out for work around the dinner hours, I might even be able to crack one hundo. That'd be heckin' dope. I actually was going to record my my morning shift earlier, but I forgot my SD card, so I was like, oh no. But I still took screenshots and stuff, because I'll probably finish the video today when I go back out for the dinner hours, but we shall see. Because I was supposed to record either yesterday or the day before, but work was just very no bueno on those days. So I think today would be a better opportunity for that. That way I can put out the weekly video. Well, minimum weekly video. Because I did say I would be putting up to 3 pre-recorded videos per week. So I definitely want to adhere to that as much as realistically possible. Mike likes all kinds of people, which I love about him. Likes lady boys, but not the same way as I like them. Yeah, I get what you mean. Then I had a big size Dorito. It was a good snack after... Wait, what? I don't know what that means. People still say that the whole "you're a snack." Well, at least they don't say a bag of chips and all that. I've heard that. I've heard that sometimes. You know, like, oh, you think you're the shit and a bag of chips. Well, at least they don't say a bag of chips, and yeah, it used to be a way of saying, yeah, exactly, right. I've heard that sometimes. I think I used that phrase last year too. I'm getting old. At least ladyboys have some parts I like, but not my type. But this chat is going very. Yeah, don't blame Samurai. That's not Samurai's fault. Yeah, I don't like the chat going like overly sexual, especially if they're like, oh well, what are you into, Mike? It's like that's not really my thing. Meant snack. Yeah, I know it. I know what you meant, snack. You're okay. You're okay, snacky boy. You're okay indeed. Alright, so we're about the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to be wrapping up pretty soon. I'm going to call my best friend back, see how she's doing, and take Lucy for a walk. She'll probably pop in since I said that. Yeah, go right ahead, Candy. You have my permission if it gets a little too much. I mean, we're going to be wrapping up pretty soon anyway. There's Flan. How you doing, Flan? How's it going, Fran? How is your day? What have you got planned? All those good things and stuff. Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. I had a bit of a late stream today because I started working mornings more since Thursday. Specifically Thursday and today. Which is actually a good idea. It turns out the morning hours are pretty decent here. They're not amazing, right? It's not a crazy, amazing market, but wound up doing decent enough. I actually had a couple high pay orders from DoorDash. That was dope. And yeah, I'm going to keep working mornings moving forward, which means whenever I stream, for now, at least for this week, it's probably going to be around noon, give or take. But I do have upcoming plans as far as live streaming my work, which would be heckin' dope indeed. I just got to get one more big tool and just little other things before I can start that. My journey of live streaming my gig work, because I know some people are really interested in that. Ah, there she is. I was looking for you, Lucille. I know you're looking for me too. I see you wagging your little tail. We'll see. We'll see, Will. Give me just a couple minutes, sweetheart. We'll do our thing. Boop. You're so sweet. Let's see. What apps do you use, Mike, or do Mike most, what apps do you do, Mike, most of the days? So the most common one I use is DoorDash. That's the one that consistently sends me the most opportunities for work. I have Platinum with it as well, and me having Platinum just means I can dash whenever I want. The most important thing, though, and I discovered this last year, is I can schedule hours for a bike. So that's a big thing, because me scheduling hours for a bike means that they're sending me orders that are generally shorter commute while having comparable pay as orders in a car. Now, I don't get Dashlink, and yeah, I don't get Dashlink, and some of the like absolutely colossal type orders I don't get as often. But honestly, most of the orders are pretty reasonable. So I've just been sticking with that because, whatever works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And because before I did Top Dasher, I was, Platinum, Top Dasher, same thing. Before I was going for that, I was doing the cherry picking. And the cherry picking, I kept coming up short financially because of my market. So I had to switch strategies, and the strategy was to go for Platinum. And then, I discovered that I can schedule hours in e-bike mode, or just bike mode, whatever you want to call it. And I still get sent plenty of offers, usually. Depends. So I've just been going with it since. Thank goodness gracious. It actually works, more often than not, we'll just say. And that has made DoorDash my most consistent app. Close runner-up would be Shipt. Shipt is actually decent. It's a lot more decent than people probably realize. I know the big deter from Shipt is that there's no upfront tipping, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, that means there's less bots on the platform, because we know how Instafart and Walmart Spork can be like at times. People with bots. That's not nearly as problematic with Shipt, and sometimes the customers can tip really good. I've gotten my fair share of some good tipping customers with Shipt, so I've been going with Shipt as my close runner-up of the most common or most reliable app in my arsenal. And I guess third place would be Roadie, surprisingly. So I signed up with Roadie a couple years ago, but honestly, I forgot it existed until I was like, let me download Roadie and let's see what the buzz is all about. And when I re-downloaded it a couple months ago, I was like, oh, Roadie actually does CVS prescription pickups? No way! And then they do the CVS checkout pickup as well. And they're actually pretty reasonable. So I've actually been scooping up at least a couple of them a week, sometimes more. So I would say that. Grubhub is awful, and Uber Eats is even worse in my area. Those apps are terrible. I turn them on just to try to get something, but most of the time, I'm not. With Uber Eats, they simply just don't send me enough stuff. And with Grubhub, too many of the orders are going like 15, 20 plus miles, paying $10, $15. They're always backwards orders. They're going too far. They're not even $1 a mile. They take me out of my zone. So I'm like, screw that. Forget about them. But those are pretty much the three apps. So DoorDash number one, Shipt a close-ish second place, and then a distant third, but a notable third being Roadie. Instafart, I was deactivated from them a few years ago. And Spark, I was deactivated last year. And the Spark one was the identity verification BS, but I digress on that one. Damien says, nothing wrong with that, Mike. I always change up my tactics, write things down as I go to correct mistakes in order to better myself and be good at any apps I do, especially if they update and change. I also think it's important, you probably would agree with this, maybe you do it yourself. I also agree on the idea of trying to diversify your income portfolio. So perhaps finding different apps in different niches to try to sign up with. Like I got a couple here like Skipcart, Delivered, Deliver That, Moby. I'm not signed up with all of them, but I'm on the wait list for Skipcart and Deliver That and Food Loop. And I do have Moby. So even if I don't use these apps often, or if I'm still waiting on them, I'm giving myself the opportunity to try to diversify my income portfolio, because you never know which apps will pop off, right? Food Loop could be like the next DoorDash when it comes to food delivery, for all we know. Now, it's too early to tell, but you never know, man. So trying to cash in on that as soon as possible, especially before market saturation, might not be the worst idea. But at the same time, if something works, right, if something ain't broke, no need to fix it. Or at the very least, chaining up the strategies with the apps that you do have and seeing how well that goes. Like cherry picking with DoorDash just was not working for me in my market, so I switched to Platinum, and the cash flow's been better. And Jacobs is in the chat. What's going on, Jacobs? How are you today? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, because we will be wrapping up pretty soon. And let's see. Oh, it's Colleen's birthday today. Happy birthday, Colleen. I saw you before. I don't remember if I said hi. But, Henwo, Colleen, glad to have you. How are you doing today? What have you got planned for your birthday? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. Let's see. Mike would never DoorDash me. I'm a bad... Well, I mean, I would probably deliver a DoorDash to you, but not to DoorDash you. If you like ordered food or groceries or prescription, I'll deliver it to you that way. That way I'll deliver to you. You are hot like spicy tacos. I don't know if that's to me or someone else. Don't have DoorDash in Ireland. Really? Oh, interesting. And let's see, Fran has a W-2 from home, and Fran's on her lunch. Nice. What's your W-2 at home? You do like customer service, sales rep? Feel free to share with us in the comment section down below. Let's see. I know you're not into dates or anything. Yeah. Shipped is pretty good if you have preferred customers and know what to expect. Yeah. So, one thing I do too is I also keep in mind any customer that I don't have as a preferred customer but does tip, because that's a thing too. There's a lot of customers I have shopped for that do tip pretty good. They at least tip enough or more, or in some cases more than enough for me to want to take their offer the next time they place one. So I take screenshots, I write stuff down just to be on the safe side, because not everybody sends a preferred shopper request. So to them, I'll just keep them in a catalog and make a mental note and be like, oh, I know this customer. I know where they're located, I know the stuff they typically offer, and I have a general idea how much they're going to tip. So I've had some customers that I've filmed their order, me doing their orders for, where you see some repeats. Like some of you guys that have tuned into some of that content, that content, have seen some repeats on this channel. So even if they're not preferred customers, I'll still keep them in mind and be like, all right, well, this will be a worthwhile prospect. It's going to pay decent. It won't take outrageously long. I have a general idea what they're going to order, and so on and so forth. So definitely have a lot of that action, but I do have some preferred customers too, including that customer that I did that massive, that colossal, right? I said it before, that colossal grocery order on an e-bike that I put in the chat for you guys to check out. They also sent me a preferred shopper request, and that was heckin' dope. So the next time she places another colossal grocery order, I might be the guy that takes it again. And that'll turn into juicy content. Because I know one thing you guys seem to really enjoy about the content is seeing me push my limits to what I'm capable of on a bike. And trust me, that's going to be the norm moving forward. And hey, once I start my live streams for work, you'll see it in real time. And that ought to be heckin' dope indeed. And let's see, the Shift Metro, terrible order. No thanks, not into that. Mike is a wonderful man, I must admit it. There's poetry in this young man's mouth. Well, I appreciate that, Jacobs. I thought I gave you a wrench. I'll give you one. Since you are buttering me up like a corn cob, just the literal corn cob, not an innuendo. Since you're buttering me up like a corn cob, and you're an interesting fellow that cornments on my stuff, I will give you a wrench, and I will give you a command. If you want to check out Stivy Jacobs, say hello to my pal Jacobs. I don't know if you have like a subscriber goal or anything like that, Mr. Stiffy Jacobs. But people can tune into your channel, they can subscribe, ring the taco bell, and they can tell you that I sent you. Let's see, explain the hierarchy of evidence, why it makes sense, why his anecdote's bad. So, I don't want to drag this out too much longer. I'm waiting for my best friend, she's waiting back on me, plus that little one's waiting on me too. But the quickest way to summarize it, right, the evidence hierarchy is a bunch of tiers, pyramid type system that goes over different forms of evidence. The higher up on the evidence hierarchy, the more likely tested for efficacy, filtration for publication bias, carry over to human trials and stuff. So like systematic reviews, meta-analyses, anytime that you have a question about certain things or you hear about claims and you want evidence for, look into the evidence hierarchy. I would suggest looking into primarily meta-analysis, systematic reviews. Those are the highest forms of evidence. And those tend to go over either all forms of evidence available in a sample size, like a pool sample of different studies, and they just make a systematic review of, or you have the meta-analysis, which goes over randomized controlled trials, aka RCTs, and cohorts, and uses math to come up to conclusions for that. Other things like mechanistic data, in vivo studies, expert opinions, case reports, cross-sectional studies, those are typically lower forms of evidence. They can be subject to publication bias. They often have poor efficacy, in actual practicality, especially with health outcome data in particular. So I tend to take those with a grain of salt. So I hope that little summary helps you guys when it comes to the evidence hierarchy, why it's important, why I recommend you guys look into it further. Anytime that you have questions that need some digging into, that need some evidence to substantiate. But I digress on that one. Mike kind of reminds me of Robin Williams with being like Mork and Mindy type of guy. Thanks, Damien. Let's see. I explain better than many scientists. Don't give me too much praise I don't deserve, but I appreciate that. And let's see. Cornlean says, thank you, Mike. Not much for this 61-year-old. Hey, well, whatever you got planned, Cornlean, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And a happy birthday indeed. Fran says, corporate finance revenue cycle analyst. Ooh, fancy. You get some decent money from that, Fran? That sounds pretty cool. Is it fun? Is it boring? Is it anything like that? Feel free to let us know in the Cornman section down below. Anecdotes, though. Oh, yeah, anecdotes. Right, that's a thing, too. I'm a smart guy. Thanks, Jacobs. Appreciate that. And Plain Sharks do-do-do-do-do. Plain Sharks do-do-do-do-do. Welcome, Plain Sharks. Glad to have you. Glad to have you indeed. We're actually about to wrap up the stream pretty soon. I got a couple people waiting on me. Like this little girl in the background. I know, Lucy. I'll be right there. I'll be right there, sweetie. I'll be right there. Yeah, you can see the little tail wagging and it's in the bottom right. I know, Lucille. I'm coming. Give me just a bit, okay? And then best friend, I'll be right there too. But yeah, anyway. So, had a pretty decent crowd today. Good stuff. Isadora says, I bet Mike isn't into astrology and older women anatomy. Not really into astrology, older women anatomy. I think I have an idea where you're getting with that, but nah, I'm okay. Anatomy, like muscle groups and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. But I digress. Anyway, yeah, lick it. Yes. See, Isadora knows, right? The video, lick it. Lick that video. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, give it a lick. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Ring that Taco Bell. That way you guys get notified the next time I upload. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. What you guys thought of today's stream. What you guys are enjoying about my channel. Anything else that you feel like. Any of that, you know, just any of that stuff, right? What you like to see next on the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below. Damien says, this was a great live, Mike. You have a good rest of the day. Stay corn to the knee. Don't bother me, corn man. Yeah, I see. Nice. Well, glad you stopped by, Damien. Fran says you get paid okay. I see. At least you get to do gig work too, right? So you got multiple sources of income because Fran is doing the thing that I recommend to people, which is to diversify your income portfolio. Make sure there's always cash flow and you're making ends meet. You're doing what you got to do to get by to see tomorrow. And tomorrow never dies, just like 007. And last but not least, let's give a quick shout out to everybody that has showed up to the stream today. Starting with Eric, my buddy Eric, who provides music for the chat. He does his own streaming. He's a fun guy. He's cool. I like him. He's like a mushroom. He's a fun guy. You see what I did there? You see what I did? I know, I'm so funny. And then we had B. She's always passing out cups of coffee. She's passing out water. She's passing out boba teas. And as of recent, she's passing out ice cream, too. She also has non-dairy ice cream. Just like ya vegan boy. And then we had Corey pop in for a little bit. As did Valerie, as did Abe, and Valerie from Valentine Cruises, definitely go check her out. Corey from Canadian Gig App Life C. Kelly. He also live streams. Check out his channel. Sometimes he even collabs with Cassandra from Driving with Spice. She was also here too, as was First Generation Farmer, my buddy Justin, newcomer Isadora. Glad you welcome to the channel, Isadora. I hope you guys will enjoy our streams moving forward. Don't forget to check out my pre-recorded content. You might get a kick out of some of it. I post tons of memes in it. And Terry from Terry's Tips, Trips, Talks. We had Deb. We had my buddy Ulf stop in. Mary from Mary's Gigs. We had Susie Ann. We had Yuka. I pronounced it, or I spelled it as Yuki. But Yuki Wookie. And we had Sven, another newcomer to the channel. Welcome, Sven. I hope to see you next time as well. We had Becca from Miss Ride and Shine. We also had Nicole from The Grind with Nicole. And we had Swole, aka Antoine from SVV, and then however he spells his Swole name. But that's what it is. It's Swole. And he was like, oh, you're the first guy to get it in this community. I was like, ah, haha, nice. So I get brownie points. And then we had Frank. We had Living My Best Life at 60. We had Carl from Ireland. We had Melissa from Gig Life and More. We had Candy, KC, Damien. We had Hanson, who stopped in for a little bit. And then we had Fran. Good stuff. We had Cornleen. I definitely wish Cornleen a happy birthday indeed. And a happy birthday to you, Cornleen. And then we had Jacobs. And last but not least, we had Plain Sharks do-do-do-do-do. Plain Sharks do-do-do-do-do. And yeah, we had a pretty nice crowd today. Great stuff, guys. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. And really just, building this sense of community, building this nice little camaraderie, and just a nice big fat friendship, right? A big fat friendship full of tons of people. Good stuff indeed. I love you guys. Appreciate you continued support of my channel. And I will see you next time.
Hasta la vista, baby!
Cornbread breakfast, he would say. Corn shoes tied in a corn way. Corn car driving down Corn Street. Corn clouds floating in the heat.
Hold on, Lucille.
Cornophone, his favorite device. Corn book full of corny advice. Corn show when the sun goes down. Corn king wearing his corn crown. Corny jokes from Mike the Bike. Conversations all we like. Corn puns landing every night. Cornfolio keeps it tight. Corn world spinning round his head. Corn bed where he lays in bed. Corn lamp glowing on his face. Corn place, a magical space. Cornfield where he's throwing shade. Corn card tricks of every grade. Corn step dancing in the rain. Corn lag easing all the pain. Corny jokes from Mike the Bike. Conversations all we like. Corn puns landing every night. Cornfolio keeps it tight. Cornfolio keeps it tight. Corn world spinning round his head. Cornbread breakfast, he would say. Corn shoes tied